let's imagine that we have the magical powers to fix Nintendo's problems. That's all we need because we already have the ideas.
Let's go!
If you could wave your magic Wii wand, remember that nickname for the remote?
Yes.
And fix one of Nintendo's problems in multiple categories. We'll break this down.
Yeah, because if we were to just say, change one thing about Nintendo, what would we say? What would we say? We'd say, make a Metroid game? Maybe, I don't know.
Probably.
Yeah, but we're taking these categories, we're narrowing it down so that when we wave our wand, we can wave it multiple times.
All right.
But just one thing for each thing.
If I could change one thing about any Nintendo console, which console would I pick to change and what would I change about it? You might be surprised that I would pick the most successful Nintendo console because you might think other ones have bigger problems, but imagine this. I could take Nintendo's best-selling console and make it the perfect console. That would be the Wii HD. That's all I needed. That's all I was missing.
I think you're right.
It launched in a time where its competitors were HD.
Yep.
And it launched in a time when people had flat-screen TVs, HDMI cables, and all of that. And it had the yellow, white, and red cables.
Yes.
Outputting at a low resolution. And that's what made it... I mean, it sold 100 million, but that's what made like 40 million people completely turned off to it.
That's true. I mean, one advantage to that is you could have your 360 and your Wii plugged in at the same time without having to worry about multiple... It's like a terrible thing. Like, yeah, well, at least you can also have your Xbox plugged in.
Oh my goodness. People purchase HDMI splitters, you goofball.
Yes.
So I think that the Wii could have lived a lot longer. It could have hit with a much bigger audience. And we could have pretty much bypassed the Wii U.
That's true. That's true. We could have, or at least made it better.
Yeah.
And not have had to worry too much about the graphics, which they already didn't worry about. Anyway, Mighty Number 9, it was a big old poop stain. Which I don't know why I'm drawing this analogy as like a poop stain that I kind of like. I don't know how to say that. But anyways, there were some things that were really good about it. The one thing that if I could change about it would be that it would all be in 16-bit. It was just made for 16-bit.
Okay.
Now, it creates a problem in that there's a lot of games now that go for the retro art style, and so it's not going to stand out as much.
Oh, well.
Not that a 3D thing is going to stand out. It's going to stand out because of who's making it. But the graphics, the voice acting, and the
Fune.
Yes, the inafune-ness of it. No. The inaccuracy that you have because of the 3D models on a 2D plane and not knowing exactly where you are and where to stop. If they made it 16-bit, they would have bypassed all of those problems and it would have been a better product. So I think that, if Inafune, if you can go back in time and remake Mighty Number 9, just do it all in 16-bit. That will solve your problems. There won't be as many delays.
Yeah. Do you want them to hop on Kickstarter real quick and get that going? Or maybe should they just fund it themselves?
Well, we've already funded, we as backers have already funded like 5 products that we only have one single product in our hands. So I don't think I'm jumping on that yet.
Yikes. All right. If I could change any one thing about the Nintendo Switch specifically. At first, I almost want to make it bigger because... I mean, it's really thin. I don't mind that. But I think the screen size could be bigger. This is the first multiplayer handheld system. So when you're splitting that up for Mario Kart, I've tried 2-player and 4-player and stuff. Even just when you're playing by yourself, it looks a little small compared to other tablets on the market.
That's true.
So I could use a bigger one. However, I think this will probably happen because it's what Nintendo does. There will be probably be a Switch XL. So I will change, and what I would change about the Switch is I would make the Joy-Con be able to charge the tablet. And I really thought
just the other way around.
Yeah. I thought that this functionality was going to be built in because Joy-Con lasts for 20 hours. Switch tablet for the big games lasts 3 hours. So...
And it can at least go one way.
It can go one way. Yep.
Now I'm getting like this idea of like a Switch battery pack.
Right.
Like when you're on the go to like it's like a Joy-Con hookup, but it just powers the stinking thing.
Exactly. And you know about the Joy-Con battery packs, right?
Yes.
Double A's and everything.
Yes.
I mean, that you could keep the console powered so much longer if they just let it go both ways. And then if a set of Joy-Con dies, I have another one that I can plug in and play off of that. Now, I know it wouldn't equate to 20 more hours on the Switch because it's powering a display and that's what's taking up a lot of it, but I think it could get another few hours out of the Joy-Con.
I think so.
So
absolutely.
That's what I would change.
I think that's a good thing to change. If I could change one thing about the NES Classic, it's not the cord length.
Really?
You know why?
Because that video got us thousands of
Yes, exactly. Woo! You know what I'm talking about. Your people's misery has made us not rich. It's given us a lot of views, which we have very much enjoyed. But if I were to change one thing, take out Ice Climbers. Take out stinking Ice Climbers. And there's so many other things. Mega Man 3. Okay, they have Zelda 1 and Zelda 2. Mario 1 and Mario 3. They have Mega Man 2. Mega Man 3 would be good.
Okay.
The Guardian Legend or Super Spike Ball. Super Spike Ball is such a hype game.
In fact, it's an NES masterpiece.
It is an NES masterpiece.
One might say.
But alas, we have stinking Ice Climbers that apparently the Japanese are so into that it will never die. Stinking game.
Another very tough one. If I could change one thing about any one of the Smash Bros. Games, which game would I pick and what would I change? You could say, put Ice Climbers back in Smash 4. You could say, put the Subspace Emissary-like mode back in Smash 4. You could say, make the online for Brawl better, but I think the change that I would make would be just taking tripping out of Brawl. And I believe that if patches were more of a thing in the Wii era, this already would have been taken care of. But it shipped on the disc and it stayed there for its unfortunately short lifespan. And I think that tripping is really the one main thing that held this game back from going far, from being a mainstay at EVO, and for getting a lot of those Melee players to transition. I know Melee is its own great game in its own right, but this was just an unfortunate thing and just a really tone-deaf decision from the developers.
Indeed. Indeed, you tone-deaf man, Sackler. If I could change anything about Nintendo IPs, I would add one more, which is Mega Man.
Okay.
They stinking need to buy it from Capcom because Capcom can't do a darn thing right with such a fantastic IP. And everybody else can. Yes, it's the perfect fit. Have we made an episode about this? I think we did.
Yeah.
I think
we've at least talked about it.
Yes. Mega Man is the perfect fit for Nintendo.
It might have been Mega Man Week or complaining about Capcom or Mega Man wish lists. Oh, no.
It's been so long that we've forgotten what our episodes are about.
Neither of us can produce the memories. It's bad.
We also didn't have Mega Man Week this year.
That's all right. We're going to start getting comments from very dedicated viewers.
Yes, they know.
Yep.
They know our episodes by heart.
All right, so there's Breath of the Wild.
Yes.
Zelda, Breath of the Wild. Nothing really needs to be changed about this game. So what would I pick? Either making arrows not so hard to get, because I really struggle with that.
Yes.
You run out of arrows all the time. Not even just the special arrows, but plain arrows.
Yes. I have more special arrows than plain arrows.
Right. And then, but I think what I'd settle on is menu stuff, like user interface and user friendliness. When it comes to things you run into a lot, like having a full inventory.
Yes.
I think that's a really bad system because you open the chest, you get what's inside, you hold it up, and then you have to put it back in and close the chest and enter your menu. But really, it should say, your items are full, and then pop up like,
what do you want to get rid of?
What do you want to swap it out for?
Yeah, because then by the time it goes back in the chest, you're like, oh crud, I've already forgot what how much damage it does, or this, and it's like, yeah, that's annoying.
I believe that could be fixed. Come on, Nintendo, come on.
So if I were to change one thing about Metroid Other M,
that's a good one.
I would change it to where there was no voice acting. No voice acting at all, because...
That's what did it for you, huh?
I think so, because if you look at games... Well, let's just take Metroid Fusion. I mean, Glenn's already made that comparison.
Yep.
Metroid Fusion had actually quite a bit of dialogue. Not as much as Other M, but still quite a bit of, at least monologue from Samus. And it was great. But one of the things that makes this game just like, is that there's so much dialogue and there's voice acting that just gets annoying, and we don't need it. We don't need the voice acting. We don't need as much story. But getting rid of the voice acting, I think, would change a lot of people's minds about like what they thought about this.
I see.
Because it is a great game.
And lastly, on behalf of the Two Button Crew YouTube channel, what would we change about YouTube itself? Snuck that one in there.
Yes.
And it's interesting. It's got its quirks. You learn things like you upload a video, you want to add it to a playlist before you schedule it, or else you won't be able to add it to a playlist after it's been scheduled. But I would like the ability to go back and edit videos that have already been uploaded. Like, say I find an error in a year ago's video. I should be able to fix that error. Like, there is a TBC episode, someone pointed it out to me. It's, you know what it is? It's one of the best Switch accessories to buy.
Yes.
The video did really good. It got a lot of views and likes and no thumbs downs. But it's really strange. When I was editing the video, I put like all the pictures of the products that we were recommending on the timeline at once, and then I went on to position them in the correct places when we were talking about them. But the video exported without the saved changes, so all the pictures were in a lump. So the first 3 minutes are pretty good, and then you see all the pictures of the products flash for like 5 minutes, and then just us talking with no pictures for the rest of the video. So and if I deleted that video, then all the comments and likes would go away, and if I re-uploaded it,
you have to re-upload it.
It would have
order
today's date on it.
Go!
Yeah. Now, I understand the counter argument. You don't want people endorsing a video and then the message changes.
Yeah.
But you should be able to get like changes approved somehow. I don't know.
It is annoying, and it's one thing where it's like, and people make fun of it, like Watch Mojo is a channel that constantly is re-uploading videos, and they like comment below top 10 Watch Mojo re-uploads. It's like, they're like, how many times are you guys gonna do this, or this is dumb, and it's like, well, this is a YouTube problem. I mean, it's one that doesn't have a ready solution, but we wish.
Here's my advice. The best solution is I would upload a fixed version, unlisted, just a new upload, and then like leave a comment on the original video. Hey, we noticed some problems in this video. They're fixed at this link.
Yeah.
Old content stays up. I think that's a good way to go.
Yeah, or do the tacky thing and do that, but it's like a giant full screen annotation. Don't watch this video, watch the fixed one.
Yeah, annotations are gone.
They are?
They're gone.
Wow.
YouTube changes the rules all the time. Just like we want to change things. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of the crew.
Don't forget to leave your comments below. If you were in charge of Nintendo and you had this list of things that you could just change one thing about, wave them magic wands in the comment section. Rub those genies in the bottle in the comment section. Have your first true kiss in the comments section, because that's magic. I don't know why I drew that one. I had to think of a third one to round out the field. Leave your comments below.
I think I like your poop stain analogy better. See you guys next time.
Signing out.